Operation Bullfinch was an investigation that started in 2011, investigating allegations of child sexual exploitation based in Oxford. Went to court in 2013 at the Old Bailey. 6 girls gave evidence, 9 defendants stood trial, and 7 were convicted and imprisoned for lengthy prison sentences for exploiting those girls in Oxford. Well, I became the lead detective in Thames Valley at about the time that the investigation started. And it didn't take a strategic genius to work out that it would have a profound effect on Thames Valley. We needed to change the way we investigated child sexual exploitation. We appreciate that although we're very proud of that investigation, it was too late. Those girls had been sexually exploited. And there were occasions and incidents which we could have intervened earlier. So we had to find out what went wrong in order to put it right. And that was my job. So we set about, obviously, investigating the offences, but also trying to find out what went wrong. And it's been my job to put that right. Well, there were investigations into the sexual exploitation, but there were single investigations. What we didn't do is link up the many different opportunities that we had in order to find out that there was an organised abuse going on in Oxford over that period. At the time, although we certainly didn't ignore child abuse, there were other priorities. There were different priorities. For instance, we were investigating burglary offences, car crime offences. And although those offences have now halved, we realise that child protection needs to be at the forefront of our priorities. It needs to be the number one priority in my view. And that's what we've been set about doing since Operation Bullfinch. Well, now every single instance, piece of intelligence or allegation of child sexual exploitation will be investigated. Children will be listened to. There are teams of detectives who work with social workers, they work with health professionals in order to put a plan around those children. And that plan, yes, it includes prevention and education and disruption, but the most important thing that was lacking at the time was investigation around those offences. So we have put teams of detectives together to do that. And the biggest single change is the fact that the detectives who ordinarily investigate the most serious offences, like murder, are now investigating the most serious and complex cases of child sexual exploitation. I think the culture of Thames Valley Police has changed. We've now recognised that we have to put the protection of children as one of our top priorities. And to do that, we've trained every single frontline officer to recognise the signs of child sexual exploitation, to know what to do when they see it, and to understand that this is now a priority for the force. We've also made sure that we prioritise the investigation of these offences. It does take resources. We have put our most experienced and most highly trained detectives into the investigation of the most serious and complex cases of child sexual abuse. And as a result of that, we have had over 20 policing operations since Operation Bullfinch, where we've uncovered serious cases of sexual exploitation across Thames Valley, and we'll continue to do that.